Welcome to the Scottish Highlands, home to the vast majority of Scotland's degraded peatlands, which currently are 80% degraded. So today we're going to head up the hill and show you some of the incredible work that we're doing here at Caledonian Climate. So come on board.
Specialist equipment such as these all-terrain vehicles are sometimes required to access some of the remotest sites that we work on. But access is just one of the many factors that we consider when we're looking at the feasibility of a site. Let's hear some more about this.
The feasibility is the first part to working out whether a project is viable or not. You need to work out the access, stakeholder engagement such as Scottish Water and Bird Protection Agency. You also need to do habitat impact assessment, so deer grazing and trampling on your site. And then finally you need to do peak depth surveying with this, which works out literally the depth of your site, where it starts and where it finishes. And you do it like this. (150 centimetres).
This is a really good example of a restored peatland site. We've returfed the bare peat in the bank, and then we've created a dam here which allows a pool to form behind. The operators who do this work have to develop the skills to do this type of work, and in the Highlands we have a saying that they have to be able to read the ground. That means they can identify the suitable vegetation and the suitable sites for dams to allow the formation of pools like this, which we reseed with sphagnum, and then that allows the bog forming process to start again and just lets nature work its magic.
Come here, good lad. Sit there, good lad. So one of the, I guess, most iconic species that we're looking at in this habitat is sphagnum, and there are a number of different species, but one of the key ones really in water is cuspidatum. So sphagnum cuspidatum was used in the First World War primarily for its antibacterial properties, but it also stores a huge amount of water, as you can see. It's that capacity that allows us to create a functioning bog system, and it's integral to the health of the whole habitat.
Degraded peatlands emit over 20 million tonnes of carbon dioxide equivalents annually. That's around 4% of the total UK greenhouse gas emissions.
While peatland represents one of the most effective nature-based solutions to climate change and biodiversity loss, there's a myriad of co-benefits that come with it. So here I'm stood next to a hydro scheme that's showing a demonstrable 15% improvement in power generation. By raising the water table and keeping water on the hill, we're reducing the fire risk to delicate peat landscapes and stopping the flashy runoffs that go downstream and cause flood risks lower down the valley. We're also creating green, local jobs that are sustainable in what can be fragile highland economies. That, coupled with biodiversity, are all the great reasons why peatland restoration is so important.
So a functioning bog system, one of the things it does, it promotes a healthy invertebrate population, such as dragonflies and mayflies, water spiders, and these kind of species. These then feed into the kind of small mammalian populations that we find common in here, such as field voles and water voles, which are really important in this habitat. And from there, you start to see other species coming in, such as golden eagle, peregrine falcon, and hen harrier.
As we head back down the hill, we're reflecting on the size of the challenge ahead of us to ensure that we protect our climate and our planet for generations to come.
Scotland currently requires 1.4 million hectares to be restored by 2050. That's an annual target of 60,000 hectares per annum. There are challenges in delivering that, the main one being a steady funding stream to allow that work to actually take place.
All of our projects are independently verified and validated under the Peatland Code. Carried out by skilled contractors like John, we ensure that all of our projects are done to a world-class standard. And our overriding ambition is to increase the speed and scale required across the Scottish landscapes to achieve the government's targets.